Hey everyone, it's Darren. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to build random data with a relatively normal distribution to it. If you haven't seen it already, be sure to check out our random function video, linked down in the description, and that tells you how to use all the different random functions that are available in Excel. But if you've written those random functions, you know they don't actually give you data that quite looks like what you're kind of expecting sometimes. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you've looked at random data, you've seen the graph that's up here on the screen right now. This is called a normal distribution curve or a standard distribution curve. And this is kind of what random data is, in theory, supposed to look like. Does it always look this way? No. No, it's kind of a distribution that if you map out things like, income across the country, you have a lot of data and you map it out, you can get something like this, usually. But if you instead take a look at Excel's random function, and you're going to get something that looks like this. And that may not be what you're looking for. So let me tell you what I have on the screen here. Column A is just 1,000 numbers. It's random numbers from 1 to 10. Column H is the sum of that row. So here we have, this is the sum of these. And here I have the count of each value and its distribution. Uh, if we change this, we can change that distribution. We keep changing that distribution. We'll change the graph every time. But you'll notice we're never really hitting we never hit a bell curve. And you may wonder, why is that? And the answer is because if this actually hit a bell curve, it'd mean that we're using a really rotten random function. Because we're only using a single data point for each sample, you'd expect it actually would be something kind of like a straight line, and it's not. So what can we do to fix this? Well, easiest thing to do is if we just copy this over, and now we have two rows of data instead of one. So we're taking two random numbers and we're averaging them. Suddenly our curve starts to look a lot closer to a bell curve here, doesn't it? So I'm just going to copy this in here again, rid of the not warning. And as I keep pasting, and remember the random functions in Excel are not static functions. So every time you touch a random function, it recalculates all of the random values in that spreadsheet. So all I'm doing is I'm just pasting the random function right back in where it was. Now we've got something closer. It's not quite there yet. So what if I do this again? Getting a little bit better. Let's try it again. A little better still. Keeps getting a little bit closer here every time. So we aren't quite to a perfect bell curve, but we do get pretty close here. And let's just see if I can just make this recalculate. And every time we throw in new random data here, it still sort of has that same general shape. So if you want something that looks like more of a normal distribution curve with your data, this is how you do it. The more columns you add, the closer it's going to get to that normal distribution curve. Will it ever be absolutely perfect? Probably not. Do you need it absolutely perfect? No, not really in most cases. What you're really going for is you're trying to get something that's a little more representative of what the real world looks like. And this is all you have to do to take care of that. Hope you learned something from the video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Also subscribe so you can see when I send out new videos. I also have a Patreon page. If you could help out the channel that way, that would be great. It's patreon.com/data analysis excellence. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.